Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are doing good and safe at home. Yesterday, we see about the universe and the solar system. Today, we are going to see the continuation of last class. Today, Wednesday, I am your social science teacher in Whittle Matriculation School. Let's see the continuation of last class. Okay, dears? Take page number 167. Last class we completed here. Today we are going to see about comets. What is comets? A comet is a celestial object made up of a head and a tail. The head of the comet consists of solid particles held together by ice, and the tail is made up of gases. Halley's comet is the most famous comet. Which one is the most famous one? Halley's comet. Which one is the most famous one? Halley's comet is the most famous comet, which comes close to the earth every 76 years. It appeared in 1986 and will appear in 2061. In future, we see the comet in 2061. Okay. In the past, it appeared in 1986. We were not born that time. So, let's see in future the comet in 2061. Okay, dears? What is comet? It is a celestial object. Here is an example. Here is a picture of comet. Are you able to see this? Here is a picture of comet. This one is a comet. It is a celestial object made up of a head and a tail. Head means thalai, tail na wall. Okay, head and tail. It is a celestial object made up of a head and a tail. The head of the comet consists of only solid particles, which is held together by a ice, and tail is made up of gases, only the gases. Which one is the most famous comet? Halley's comet is the most famous one. Okay, it appeared in 1986, and let's see in future the same comet in 2061. This one is a comet. Next one, meteors and meteoroids. Meteors and meteoroids. A meteor is a stone-like or a metallic body. When entering into the Earth's atmosphere, most of them burn. Most of them burn. Burn means when it is got heated, it fired. Okay. So it is called as a burn. When entering into the Earth's atmosphere, when the meteor comes into the Earth's atmosphere, most of them were burned, as they often appear as streaks of light in the sky. They are also known as shooting stars. They are also known as shooting stars. Meteors which strike the Earth's surface are called meteoroids. Meteors which strike the Earth's surface are called meteoroids. Okay, what is called meteoroids? Meteors which strike our Earth's surface. We live in the planet called Earth. So, when meteors strike the Earth's surface, it is called meteoroids. Third one, the motions of the Earth. Have you noticed the sun in the morning, afternoon or evening? Is it in the same place throughout the day? Can you find it, dears? Can you find it? The sun is in the same place till night? No. It is seen in the east in the morning, overhead in the afternoon, and in the west in the evening. So it is in the different direction. In the morning it is in east, and in the afternoon it is in overhead, and in the evening it is in the west. Have you ever thought of the reason behind it? This is because of the constant moving of the earth around the sun. It is because the constant moving of the earth around the sun. It seems that the sun is moving, but it is not so. Okay? It seems like the sun is moving this and that, but it is not. Earth only moves around the sun. This is similar to what you experience when you are traveling in the bus or train. When you look out of the window, the trees, lamp, post and other objects seem to be moving. When you are in the train and when you look outside of the window, when you see the trees, it seems to be moving. It seems to be a moving object, but actually is it you? We only moving, but not the trees or objects outside the window. Okay? To understand the motions of the earth better, you need to be familiar with the shape and inclination of the earth. We should know the shape and inclination of the earth. So let's see about the shape and inclination of the earth. Okay? The shape and inclination of the earth. The earth is spherical in shape. It rotates on its axis, which is an imaginary line that runs from the North Pole to the South Pole, passing through the center of the earth. Okay, it moves from the North Pole to the South Pole, passing through the center of the earth. The earth's axis is always tilted or inclined from the vertical by an angle of 23.5 degree. This one is a 1 mark question. It comes under one mark question. The earth's axis is always tilted or inclined from the vertical by an angle of 23.5 degree. It makes an angle of 66.5 degree with the plane of the earth's orbit. Okay, but the fact is the velocity of the earth's rotation varies from 1670 km per hour at the equator to 845 km per hour at 60 degree N and S latitudes, which means north and south latitudes, and 0 at the poles. Let's see about rotation. It is an important 5 mark question. What is rotation? It is the spinning movement of the earth on its axis. It is a spinning movement of the earth on its axis. This one is the first point. Second point is here. The rotation of the earth causes day and night. Which one causes day and night? In every day we see day and night. Right? It is caused because of the rotation of the earth. The rotation of the earth causes day and night. Okay? It is the spinning movement of the earth on its axis. First point. The rotation of the earth causes day and night. This one is a second point. Okay. The line which divides the surface of the earth into a lighted half and the dark half is called terminator line. What is terminator line? A line which divides the surface of the earth into lighted half and the darker half is called terminator line. It's called terminator line. Okay. Second question. First point, it is the spinning movement of the earth on its axis. Okay. The earth rotates from west to east anti-clockwise and takes 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4.09 seconds to complete one rotation. Near to per day, near to 1 day. The time taken by earth to complete one rotation is called a day. Okay, 1 day is a earth used to complete one rotation. The other half remains dark. The illuminated portion of the earth experiences day, whereas the darkened part of the earth experiences night. What is terminator line? The line which divides the surface of the earth into the lighted half and the dark half is called terminator line. What is revolution? It is a 5-mark question. It is the movement of the earth around the sun on its elliptical path. Elliptical path. It is revolution is the movement of the earth around the sun on its elliptical path. This one is the first point. The earth takes 365 1/4 days to complete one revolution. It takes one revolution in 1 year. 365 and 1/4 days to takes to complete one rotation. It revolves around the sun at the speed of 30 km per second. It takes 365 1/4 days. Rotation takes 23 hours. Okay. It revolves around the sun at the speed of 30 km per second. For the sake of convenience, we take it as 365 days and call it a year. Call it a year. The remaining quarter day is added once in every 4 years in the month of February. That is why February has 29 days once in 4 years. It is called as leap year. L-E-A-P, leap year. Y-E-A-R, leap year. This one is a 1-mark question. This one is a 1-mark question. The inclination of the earth on its axis and its revolution around the sun cause different seasons. This one is the second point. Hence the first point is, what is revolution? It is the movement of the earth around the sun on its elliptical path. On its elliptical path. Second point, revolution around the sun cause different seasons. Rotation cause day and night. Revolution cause different seasons. The northern hemisphere is inclined towards the sun for 6 months from 21st March to the 23rd September, while the southern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun. From September 23rd to March 21st, the southern hemisphere is inclined towards the sun and the northern hemisphere faces away from the sun. The changing position of the earth in its orbit during revolution gives the impression that the sun is continuously moving north and south of the equator. The equator faces the sun directly on 21st March and 23rd September. When the sun directly faces the equator? On 21st March and 23rd September. These 2 days are called equinoxes. Equinoxes, during which the day and night are equal throughout the earth. So, you have to observe on 21st March and 23rd September. Okay, 23rd September. The day which day and night are equal throughout the earth. Throughout the earth, day and night are equal. Do you know perihelion is the earth's closest position to the sun? G, third question. This one is a 2-mark question. Perihelion is the earth's closest position to the sun. Dash is the earth's closest position to the sun, or what is perihelion? Perihelion is the earth's closest position to the sun. Aphelion is the farthest position of the earth from the sun. On 21st June, the Tropic of Cancer faces the sun. This is known as summer solstice. It is the longest day in the northern hemisphere. Which day? 21st June is the longest day in the northern hemisphere and the longest night in the southern hemisphere. On 22nd December, the Tropic of Capricorn faces the sun. It is called as winter solstice. It is the longest day in the southern hemisphere and longest night in the northern hemisphere. Next one, fourth one, spheres of the earth. Spheres of the earth. The earth is the most suitable planet to support life. It has 3 major components that we call as the realms of the earth. They are lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. These 3 are the 3 major components. We call it as a realms of the earth. What are they? Lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. This one is the important 5-mark question. Okay. What are the 3 major components? Lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. The 3 components along with suitable climate make life possible on earth. All living things exist in the narrow zone called the biosphere. Now, let us have a close look at each of the spheres. First one, lithosphere. The word lithosphere is derived from the Greek word lithos. It is derived from the Greek word lithos, which means rocky. Which means rocky. The lithosphere is the land on which we live. We live on the land called lithosphere. The lithosphere is the land on which we live. Now mark it. It is the solid outer layer of the earth consisting of rocks and soil. Okay. On the topic of lithosphere, you have to write these 2 lines. Lithosphere is the solid outer layer of the earth consisting of rocks and soil. Next one, hydrosphere. The word hydro means water in Greek. Hydro means water. Hydro means water. Lithos means rocky. Hydro means water in Greek. The hydrosphere consists of water bodies such as oceans, seas, rivers and lakes. Ice caps on mountains and water vapor in the atmosphere. So, on the topic of hydrosphere, you have to write these first 3 lines. The word hydro means water in the Greek. The hydrosphere consists of water bodies such as oceans, seas, rivers, lakes. These are the water bodies which is in the hydrosphere. Okay. Next one, atmosphere. Next one, atmosphere. The word atmo means air. Atmo means air in Greek. Atmosphere is the envelope of air that surrounds the earth. Different types of gases make up the atmosphere. The major gases are nitrogen 78% and oxygen 21%. The other gases like carbon dioxide, hydrogen, helium, argon and ozone are present in meager amounts. So the first point is here the word atmo means air in Greek. What are the air which present in atmosphere? There are different types of gases make up the atmosphere. They are nitrogen 78% and oxygen 21%. First point, the word lende Greek varaikkum. Then in third line, different types of gases make up the atmosphere. The major gases are nitrogen 78% and oxygen 21%. On the topic of atmosphere, you have to write these 2 points. Next one, biosphere. Next one, biosphere. The narrow belt of interaction among the lithosphere, the hydrosphere and the atmosphere where life exists in known as biosphere. Bio means life. In Greek word, bio means life. It consists of distinct zones. Each zone has its own climate, plant and animal life. These zones are called as ecosystems. On the topic of biosphere, you have to write these 3 lines. Bio means life in Greek. It consists of distinct zones. Each zone has its own climate, plant and animal life. Okay, this is a 5-mark question. Bio means life in Greek. It consists of distinct zones. Each zone has its own climate, plant and animal life. Do you know the Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve in the Indian Ocean covers an area of 10,500 square kilometer in the ocean. The Gulf of Mannar Reserve, the area of 10,500 square kilometer in the ocean. So let's see the summary. Summary. The universe was formed 15 billion years after the Big Bang explosion. Many galaxies are found in the universe. Many galaxies are found in the universe. Our solar system is a part of the Milky Way galaxy. Which one is a part? A solar system is a part of the Milky Way galaxy. The sun is so huge that it accounts for 99.8% of the entire mass of the solar system. Okay? Entire mass of the solar system. All planets rotate anti-clockwise on their own axis except Venus and Uranus. Asteroids are found as the belt between Mars and Jupiter. The rotation of the Earth causes day and night. The revolution of the earth causes seasons. Today only we see this, right? The rotation of the earth causes day and night. The revolution of the earth causes seasons. Summer solstice is the longest day in the northern hemisphere. The presence of land, water and air along with suitable climate makes life possible on earth. Okay, today your homework is third one. Answer in detail the third one. Explain the characteristics of the, is it clear? Explain the characteristics of the various spheres of the earth. The answer is the spheres of the earth. It has three major components that we call as the realms of the earth. They are lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Lithosphere topic. It is the solid outer layer of the earth consisting of rocks and soil. Hydrosphere. The word hydro means water in Greek. The hydrosphere consists of water bodies such as oceans, rivers, seas, rivers and lakes. Okay. The word hydro means water in Greek. The hydrosphere consists of water bodies such as oceans, seas, rivers and lakes. Atmosphere. First point, the word atmo means air in Greek. Different types of gases make up the atmosphere. The major gases are nitrogen 78% and oxygen 21%. Biosphere. Bio means life in Greek. Bio means life in Greek. It consists of distinct zones. Each zone has its own climate, plant and animal life. So here is the end of your 5-mark question. This is your today's assignment. You have to write it neatly and clearly in the paper and send it in our group. Okay? Okay, students. Let's see glossary. Glossary means synonyms, which means meanings. Okay. First one, galaxy, the cluster of stars. Second one, asteroids, irregular shaped rocks between Mars and Jupiter. Third one, meteors, space particles left behind by comets and asteroids. Comets, frozen lump of rocks, dust and gas. Satellites, celestial bodies that move around the planet. Sixth one, orbit, the path in which the planets move around the sun. Seventh one, Earth's axis, an imaginary line passing through the center of the earth from the North Pole to the South Pole. It is called Earth's axis. Rotation. It is a spinning movement of the planets on its axis. Revolution. The movement of the planets around the sun in their orbit. Equinox. The day on which day and night are of equal length. It occurs on September 23rd, right? Solstice. Solstice. An occurrence when the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn face the sun vertically. 12th one, rover. Rover, a space exploration vehicle which moves across the surface of the celestial body. 13th one, orbiter, a spacecraft which orbits a celestial body without landing on their surface. Okay students, we are in the end of today's session. Hope you all sent your assignment today. Yes. Students, those who have not paid your school fees, kindly pay in our school and get your books immediately. Okay children, thank you. Let's see in the next session the book back exercises. Okay, thank you.